Good day everyone, welcome to Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to talk about graphing linear equation using the slope and the y-intercept. Alright. Here are the steps in graphing linear equation in two variables using the slope and the y-intercept. First step is to rewrite our equation to slope-intercept form. The slope-intercept form is y is equal to mx plus b. Second step is to get the slope and the y-intercept. So our slope is located as the numerical coefficient of x in our slope-intercept form, and our y-intercept is the constant term in our slope-intercept form. And our third step is for us to plot the point, the y-intercept, and use the slope to identify the next point. Here are some examples in graphing linear equation in two variables using the slope and the y-intercept. Let's have an example. For example, we're going to graph the equation 2x minus 3y is equal to negative 12. First step is for us to rewrite our equation to slope-intercept form. So the slope-intercept form of this equation is y is equal to 2/3 x minus 4. Second step is for us to get the slope and the y-intercept. So our slope of this equation is 2/3. The y-intercept of this equation is negative 4. Or we can rewrite this as a coordinate of 0, negative 4. Let's proceed to our third step, which is for us to plot the point and use the slope to locate the next point. Let's plot our y-intercept. So to plot our y-intercept, just locate negative 4 in our y-axis. It is located here. And we're going to use the slope. Take note that the formula of the slope is rise over run. So using the slope, we can identify the next point. Okay, so since we have 2 as our numerator, we have 2 units moving up. Since our denominator is 3, we're going to move 3 units to our right. And that will be the location of our next point. Okay, then after that, we can now connect the 2 points, having our graph of the equation 2x minus 3y is equal to negative 12. Alright, okay, let's have another example. For example, we're going to graph the equation 2x plus y is equal to 1. So first step is for us to rewrite this equation to slope-intercept form. So the slope-intercept form of this equation is y is equal to negative 2x plus 1. Then after that, we can now get our slope and our y-intercept. So our slope is negative 2. Now, since our slope is negative 2 and we don't have a denominator, we can rewrite this in fraction form. And the fraction form of our slope will be negative 2 over 1. Take note, if you have a whole number as your slope, we have a denominator which is always equal to 1. Then our y-intercept is equal to 1. So our y-intercept has a coordinate of 0, 1. Okay, now that we have our slope and our y-intercept, we can now proceed to graphing. To graph, let's locate our y-intercept. Let's locate 1 in our y-axis. So it is located here. And then, let's use the slope to get the next point. Since we have negative 2 as our numerator, we're going to move 2 units going down. Okay? Then, our denominator is positive 1. So we're going to move 1 unit to the right, and that will be the location of our second point, and we can now connect the 2 points to form our graph. So this is the graph of the equation 2x plus y is equal to 1. Alright, let's have another example. For example, we're going to graph the equation 5x plus 3y is equal to negative 15. So first step is for us to rewrite this equation to slope-intercept form. So the slope-intercept form of this equation is y is equal to negative 5/3 x minus 5. So second step is for us to find the slope and the y-intercept. So the slope of this equation is negative 5 over 3. Our y-intercept is negative 5. Yeah. we can rewrite this into its ordered pair form, which is 0, -5. Now that we have our slope and our y-intercept, it is time for us to start graphing. So let's start first with plotting our y-intercept. So our y-intercept is along y-axis, and let's locate -5. So -5 is located here. So our slope is -5/3. We can assign where we can place, or we can locate or relocate the negative sign, whether we place it in our numerator or in our denominator. So we can rewrite our slope as 5 over -3. Because if we place negative in our numerator, it will not fit in our graph. So I decided to place the negative sign in the denominator. So let's count the number of units going up and going to either left or right. So since our numerator is positive, we're going to move 5 units up and 3 units to the left because it is negative. So this will be the location of our next point. Okay, then after that, let's connect the points, and this will be the graph of our equation 5x plus 3y is equal to -15. Alright, okay, let's have our last example for today. So for example, we're going to graph the equation -3x plus 4y is equal to 20. So first step is for us to rewrite our equation to slope-intercept form. So the slope-intercept form of this equation is y is equal to 4/3 x plus 5. Now, second step is for us to identify the slope and the y-intercept. So our slope is positive 4/3 and our y-intercept is positive 5. We can also rewrite our y-intercept to its coordinate form, which is 0, 5. Now that we have our slope and our y-intercept, it is time for us to graph. First, let's plot the location of our y-intercept, which is 0, 5. So it is located here. And using the slope, let's get the next point. Now, if we're going to use 4 over 3, we need to expand our graph because it's not going to fit. But instead of extending our graph or our rectangular coordinate system, we can just change our slope into -4 over -3 by changing the sign of our numerator and denominator as negative. Take note, they are still the same. Negative divided by negative is still positive. Therefore, we will just have a different direction. Still the same slope. So using this slope, -4, -3, let's identify our next point. So to get there, let's use the rise over run. So our numerator is -4, so we're going to move 4 units down. Okay, and then since our denominator is -3, we're going to move 3 units to the left, and that will be the location of our next coordinate. And then now that we have 2 points, we can now connect the 2 points to form a line. And this will be the graph of our equation -3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Alright.
Now that you already know how to graph linear equation using the slope and the y-intercept, it is your turn to try it. Please click the link in our description box below in order for you to test your skills. That's it for today. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace!